Yeah.
Just like that. Close the door. And we people up.
So what I'm saying, no, it's right. It's not a business. And they got a turning lane. So why I turning lane? It just put two-way lane. And then you have
Hey, what? Security. Keep up, y'all.
no, I know.
I think it's gonna get some extra in there. Damn!
Yeah. I think it does.
I think after one of the right down at the Patterson building, something may have changed.
I mean,
I don't know what that would help reducing the lanes.
about
But I think it's possible because of the art, the culinary arts, is possibly why they did that. Because they used to be 4 lanes, right? 2 and 2. You know, they had to get rid of one to make that.
No, they extended the sidewalk
For culinary or for
on both sides. And
outside.
And you know, the Elgin is on the one side. If you, I mean, I sat there and watched, and barely any cars come down the street. Right. I mean, it's just changing that one, you know, from a turning lane to one lane.
What did
Wow.
so Mario, you know, he just
See, you're not even 18, are you? You won't get ID.
Right.
he applied where but I never got it.
Right.
You know, and yeah, listen, I never been here for more years. I already know the job better than you. But I don't speak on it. It's not my place. So when they did the new zoning ordinance, I did not try to learn it because I'm so
Like, you get ready to go park.
So the reason I learned is because there's almost one person that's owned by Sherry. There's one person, so I help her a lot. That's how I learned but the whole street thing, that's a whole different beast. That's a whole different plan.
Yeah.
It had to have started with mine.
Because
of that school. I guarantee if you think about it, when you were renovating that, that's when they all changed.
But you know what? I didn't ever see a resolution come out as far as changing
What they did?
and all that.
I never paid
I never,
attention, so I wouldn't know.
and I was here when they came up for it. I never seen anything come up about the streets.
Because when they submit
I know I've seen
drawing
it.
for us, right?
I've seen it with the sidewalks.
So that would have had to go. So like, when I get a drawing, certainly it's already gone, or it's going through something.
Right.
So they're the ones that would handle that thing right there.
So
That would probably be submitted to the planning commission. Who would, if there was a, you know, if there was a change in our streets,
You realize that, right?
you know, that's the contract.
Does not raise.
You can propose it, you can propose this. So, That's what I see you talking. You know him?
You might? Yeah, yeah.
So ask him if we can go back possibly to when they improved my culinary arts. Is that on your drawing? Because I know it was. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's when that little lane changed
They still got that
for
little
them
cut, yeah.
just to drop off.
Deliveries and all.
Yes.
No, no, it's red.
So when they did that,
I think they
they
did
did it
emergency.
before that freaking
For
place.
emergencies.
Who knows?
Because you got a door right there leading to the cafeteria and stuff.
Okay.
So it would be
So
like
that's when that
that.
would have happened.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's going to affect. Now, how far down did they go? Did they cross Saginaw Street or east or west? Did they change?
Did they take the 4-lane 6A? Here's the spots.
No,
There's
it's
culinary
the
arts.
street too.
See, there's culinary arts. Here's spots. Heading east to Saginaw Street.
Right.
Did they go all the way down like that?
Yeah. It's
So
a
they
turn
went all the
lane.
way to.
There's a turn lane over there too. Everything is still
And
the
that's when they
same.
did that.
Yeah, everything is still the same. They cut it down.
So that's what you need to find out. That's the question. Why was that street changed?
You know
What
when it
was the
was changed?
reasoning for it?
It was changed when they the one ways. It was a one way. Yeah, all of them is one way, and they
Some
changed.
people look like me who drive around the city.
Right.
Like, I remember when they did Grand
Right.
You get killed.
And they changed it again right here.
So
Like this is a two way.
now you're talking traffic engineering.
Yeah.
Who's in charge of that? I don't know.
Planning.
They would have to go back.
Would it be
That's like a, yeah, it is. But geez, people that were there are long gone now, so you have to find the record of it. How do you go about changing a one way? That's a good question right there, because then you're gonna be able to trace back when
Right.
who wanted. And how did it get through?
changed? When did it get changed? I was here when they changed all that. It was like during the water crisis.
Was it 2012?
It was with Dane Wallen was there.
Because what? Oh, okay. I'm getting-
It was like
I'm getting
2000.
Corona.
It was like 12. The emergency manager was here
Okay.
when they changed it. And then they came with the blue ribbon.
I remember they wanted me to sign a liquor license on that freaking place before it was done. I just flat wasn't doing it. Never did. I can't remember. So anyway, that's what
Yeah.
that's the question to ask first. How does somebody go about changing to one way?
Yeah.
Without, because maybe nobody wants to tell you
No, I
what you want to hear.
Right.
But so you ask it differently. How do we change one? Who do I go to first? Right, and then try to track that. Because it can't just be. To me, I want it to just be
I thought it was
the
street
decision of a boss.
Right.
So,
No, it has to come to council. Yeah.
Okay.
It has to come
so
to
what have
council.
they said?
Council don't know that.
They don't remember that?
No. I mean, all them brand new. They don't even know what happened last year.
I asked you, she should know that.
She wouldn't know. No,
I shouldn't say it.
because I mean, I was coming down, and I remember when they changed all the one ways. Just when they, there were all
There
these
has to be a
streets.
reason for that. What would be the reason for that?
Traffic isn't. It's not as busy as it used to be.
Okay. So what? Really? No?
The only problem now is that you have
They want
you
it
have
easier
like
to get
3
around.
or 4 businesses. You have like
Oh, I
3 or
get
4
it.
businesses right there on that street and no parking. I got a $30 ticket.
For these businesses, I said, I couldn't ask them about parking because I know this came right out of the planner's mouth. And the planners, I have to take a step back and think about different types of people. And they got different visions, where I don't, because we just been here since too long, and all we know is what we've seen. We don't have vision going forward other than what's this motherfucker walking up on me? You know, it's really, that's kind of it, you know.
Right.
So I asked when you're doing these new telephone and shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we all, our friends have cars,
Yeah.
everybody, we all have cars. Why would you want to give us brand new houses?
With no.
Give them at least two. You should be four. You should be deep. You're gonna give me this plan. You're gonna take your bike, go down the street, and just take cars and get out. One of them, you fucking park. She says to me, we're trying to get away from beer. And I said, well, that's what he says. So it's assumed that forward have a car.
Right.
Oh, easy guys. They do
want
to go. They ran out.
Clean the
Road
roads.
system.
People need to walk.
That's
That's
what they do. You open the
riding bikes. I ain't trying to do this shit.
I'm not trying to
Right.
Right? So we all come from different angles and with different mindset, and I'll never change mine.
Right.
I never lie.
Hey,
You better watch your head.
look, I told him that at the VA, right? We in anger management, and they one of the chapters say if you get into it with somebody, walk away. I said, listen, that book, I said that book is different. No, it says walk away and come back. I said in the hood, you walk away, you better not come back because that means you come back to shoot them up, so you won't get shot. So I said, it goes to what you just said. We all think and live differently, man. And people got to respect that.
Depending on what experiences you've had,
Right.
is going to determine how you
Right.
I mean, you know how you are around people.
Right.
Some days
Yeah.
I'll go up and talk to people. Myself today, you know, I go out and complain about the abandoned house. And dangerous situation.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I if I find myself more aggressive, yes, but someone come off like a mouth because I got jabbed. It's different things, man. Every situation you have
It's
is
different. Yeah.
But these people that don't live here, and have all these fucking ideas about how nice everybody is.
Right.
When do you have some good news for me, man?
Listen,
You do that for me a bike.
you have a nice, pretty, you look pretty in the dress. It's
Let me go
nice.
back here to mine right now.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, see, he's eating your money.
The next place is on the news, which it'll be soon. I mean, not for the, you don't see much bad shit on the news from Channel 12.
I'm doing 66
You know why?
tomorrow.
You know why? I'm not sure why, but I think that they're owned by people that don't want any bad press on the city of Flint.
I'm doing Fox 66 tomorrow.
You know, so do you have like, have you foiled like how many times the police have been there? And say,
Yeah.
"Come on, say a month."
I did it for the last year, 275 times.
And do they have, are you allowed to see if they were violent offenses?
Yep, you get a full report. It's the Freedom of Information Act. They can't keep anything back there.
Add this to it. If you want, you could say, the city does have a rental ordinance also there, and I'm fine with
Rental
that.
organization. I keep forgetting to read that.
But right now, enforced it. It's like can't enforce it right now. There's somebody that we protest and assume. So the legal department has just put on hold and almost write 100 tickets until this gets settled. So we got a list, long list.
I said, you have somebody who's scavenging. I mean, it's not stopping.
Listen,
So how
I
many
grew up in the city.
People die there. It's ridiculous.
Well, how many have? You don't even know.
Close to 200 that I
How
know
would you
about
know?
that I've
How would you
gotten.
know?
what's been reported and what I'm hearing, but to actually get an actual count, how can they when they're burying half of it?
Yeah. So just they're on the news.
And
You can
tomorrow I
say
will
whatever,
say what the hell I want to say. I'm scared.
So myself, I just like police officer called me today and wants to know. He knows where I live. He knows my son and his daughter went to school together. He'd been scared for us since we found out where we live. To me, it's just I'm not calloused of the whole thing because I grew up right where I live at right now. And so the gunshots, the screams, freaking dogs, you know, the freaking cars, all the dope, all the shit. It's not some big ass surprise to me. So you just I won't tell you something.
No,
just
tell
to,
me.
Just to tell you something. So I'm not going to tell you. We're going over there Tuesday with the fire department.
I mean, if
because
you
it's
need a
got to
reason
be
to go
coordinated. I don't need a reason.
I can set it on fire
All
for
right.
you. If you need a reason, I can go do
Well,
that.
I'm sure.
My best friend Megan the other
But
night,
I
she
have to
goes,
find, when I go back and find at least one phone number of a girl that called me a few times, and I don't want her to be discouraged, but I mean, she already certainly is discouraged.
mm-hmm.
And shout out to Art Woodson for letting us use his chat, his live today, people.
And let's go check the place. Let's go. And I find enough bugs, we'll condemn the whole place.
There is bed
So
bugs.
you keep that yourself.
I won't. No, I'm not saying shit.
I
I
don't
don't
want
say
anybody getting warned.
no. I don't say shit to nobody. I say nobody.
You know, because you just never know
Well, I'm gonna tell you
who's going
something
to tell who
that
something.
you need to keep to yourself. If for all else fails and it's not shut down in a year, my best friend is Megan. She's 6 foot tall, right? And I'm only 5 foot tall. So that makes what 11 foot when you put us together. So we're gonna get some alien masks. And what are they gonna say? An 11-foot alien burnt down the travel lane?
Okay. Listen, you won't be no tears coming from me.
Hey, don't leave. I've been standing here.
Oh,
waiting.
she's been trying to
Be
talk to you.
careful.
I will.
You're the builder.
I'm one of them.
I live at 1620, and the house next to me is 1624.
Okay.
They come in, and the guy came in,
Oh, we got a bunch of them.
well, they got a ticket or a thing coming to the inspector. They got in wired right into the consumer box. Well, last Sunday.
Is it still like that?
There ain't nobody been in there. Yeah, they actually,
I mean, is there still power under this house?
no, I had to go get consumers. because
Oh, they
took-
took it off then?
Yeah, but what they did while they were working on the house is took jumper cables, and the jumper cables in my house was open, so I went and talked to the guy that was working at consumers, and he come and shut them off at 4. So they're shut off at 4.
So we'll check it out anyway.
Well, there's supposed to be an inspector coming because they got,
How do you know that?
because one of my neighbors just came and, they're trying to sell the house for $100,000.
This house on Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Did they renovate it?
The police, there was 3 guys that couldn't speak English whatsoever. And they literally only paid one of my neighbors to go on video.
Are you gonna be there this
Right to the main consumer. And he is not an electrician.
Well, they'll never get power turned legally if they didn't do it legally.
Well,
They gotta come through us first.
You see, that's what scares me is because they did everything. And there's 2 apartments. It's a downstairs and then a 2-bedroom upstairs. And the ceiling, the roof is shut. And the ceiling dropped in the 1-bedroom downstairs where these guys came in and worked off the center on themselves. But they got like 4 tiles on for flashing, and if it's did, I'm afraid someone's gonna get in there. And then they're gonna get burned down. Because like I said, I know.
I'm gonna bring you a cupcake one day.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. What I do, what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna look at the address up and see if it's condemned already. If it's condemned, that's a good thing because you'll never get the water unless they come through our office. And so then we'll go to the house if illegal, if they've remodeled it,
have to come in some inspections, and they'll have to do that now. The bad thing is, if these Cubans or Mexicans, whoever, bought the house, get away, they sell it as is, and we take it, the unsuspecting brother has to deal with it.
Right.
Either go after these people, probably no.
The guy that owns the house is from Montana.
What was his name?
That I can't tell you. These guys were, like I said, they were just treated like workers.
They may, some of them need it. So I have a Mexican heading up in your office, he speaks Spanish too. I would, this is most of these people that are coming in, and I don't know if you're
Right.
freaking a Viking or what the hell, right?
I don't even
And
know
so the way I say that is upsetting to some people. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you're allowed to even say she says no, Cubans. Okay, what kind of fuck do you know?
I don't know.
They pretend not to.
Right.
Ask me. They're liars. So it's challenging for sure
Oh, I get it. I'm
to
just
deal with that lack of communication. But what I have found, most of these, there's a lot of these guys. It's not all freaking hard luck story bullshit. Most of them come in, somebody's buying them, somebody's getting them, and you're rolling dough, which who gives a shit? Well, if you burn these houses down because you're illegally wired in, because that's what's happening.
it is. I got it on
So they're
video.
all maybe that's the payment. You gotta go 20 times a week. Not many are staying.
No, they haven't.
Then they
Nobody
move.
been in this house since they come in and did it inside.
Is it secure? Is it
It's because
boarded up?
no, like I said, the guy next door on the other side, and I've got cameras. So, and before he bought it, the kids were going in there doing drugs. So we boarded it. We went in and boarded it up.
See, that's what you do.
That's
It's a
not-
neighbor. That's what I did on my
Right.
street.
I didn't want him to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want
I
him in
bought
there.
this shit.
Well, I thought it was going to be mine. I already had my privacy fence in my pool over
You were
there.
gonna get that
I
house?
was going to wait for him to tear it down, and then I was going to buy the lot. I was pissed. But like I said, my concern is, like I said, I can go get,
You know what you guys should do? When I hired him in '98, there was a program. I did rental inspections, but I did real estate inspections too. There was an ordinance that you had to pass a property maintenance inspection. I don't know how it read exactly before you could sell your house. So if you wanted to sell your house, you had to pass our inspection. It's not a major freaking thing. But if there's windows broke, you gotta fix them. If the light switch don't turn on the light, you gotta fix it. If the faucet leaks, you gotta fix it, so stuff like that. And they got rid of that in like 2000.
I was gonna say,
brought it back.
because I was renting the house. I moved in the house that I owned for 4 years when I was 18. And then I bought it off of the guy, Bert Ola. And they,
Ola?
yeah, Bert Ola.
Oh, Bert, okay.
Bert Ola. They lived on
I just saw a
Franklin.
lady whose name is Ola. Shit. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, they had like 10.
oh, this lady had 100.
Oh, no, they didn't have that many. But yeah, so I bought it, and they come in and inspected it before I bought it. That was bad. I'm almost 60.
Well, so when did you move in there?
When I was 18.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That-
and I
yeah,
was renting.
That was a real estate inspection.
Yeah.
And if you was to buy, that was through the city.
Yeah.
That was in 90s. That would have been 98, 99, 2000, 2001. I don't know
Right.
exactly when they got rid of it.
Yeah, well, it was longer before that, because like I said, I was 18.
And that
and
was
I
a
almost
great
60.
program. Any realtor who had a house, and when I went in there and I looked, and if I gave them a violation notice, there's things that need fixed, 2 weeks was an average time before they were calling back. They had everything done. I'd go in, it was what a way better housing stock that we had
Well,
then.
yeah, because they had, I don't know, I had a fuel oil
Yeah.
furnace,
Yep.
and because of them inspectors,
Yep.
they come in and it was all asbestos. I had to leave. I was pregnant when they did it. But when I literally bought the house, I had to leave, and I got a new furnace. I didn't even realize how big my basement was.
That ain't great. It big octopus.
It was after, I didn't even
Yeah.
realize it.
Yeah, they built up,
So it saved money. Yeah, they was like, no.
And they were, they did it well.
Yeah. But when
Times
they were,
change.
yeah, things are
You
different.
know, and then you, and then a lot of people, when they took they left the fuel tank there with fuel in it, so that was part of our deal. You got to get rid of this, you know. But if we're selling a house, you as a new owner, you don't.
Well, I had to replace the
The
sidewalk.
sellers
Yeah.
pissed about it.
Well, they didn't take them out. They left them in there. And then when I had to redo one of my walls towards the driveway, and geez, that was 100 years ago. But they took them out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He wanted me to make me grills or something. I had
Yeah,
250 gallons. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
take
what
them
they
if you
do.
want them. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I every time I get a couple of all these kids come and look at this house. Because I don't want somebody to get in there.
The other, well, I didn't want the other day. Quite a few years ago, I had finally got these people kicked out of the freaking house in my neighborhood through complaints. It wasn't the safety of my neighborhood, but they didn't have any water. They were stealing water and they were stealing shit from everybody, right? It's like, I talked to them, and the lady was just a bitch. You know? I'm sorry, you can't live in a house without water.
Right.
And it must be tough, but it's unsanitary because then they start doing, you know, the nasty bullshit that everybody does.
So yeah, there was a
Anyway,
house
I
across
get
the
her.
street
I
that
get her
did
out. I'm always just living here. And this has happened to me before. I'm gonna get somebody out of their house. They're gonna be my neighbor. They're gonna move in next door. Anyway, I come home from work and there that lady is across the street looking at this house, right? I can't remember. Oh, the first people I put on the black nasty. Well, I was gonna just go out. Put a whiskey bottle.
Right.
So it's challenging to live here.
It is, well, I grew up right down on the 1700 block, and then me and my twin sister moved into that house when we were 18, and then I ended up buying it.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It is cool.
You know?
But everybody now on our block, on that 60, except for this house next to us, everybody's been there. They're all own homes. So it's a different thing.
Have that block.
Yeah, we got, everybody watches everybody. We all got cameras. Hey, who's over there in front of my house,
That's what it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know.
It ain't like it used to be.
Short-term view. Perfectly clear. Yep. All the watermelons. Oh, it looks like the crest is showing up. I don't know why they're showing up now, but they must have a call from somebody. There is some fireworks. Yeah, they did. No, on the third floor. Who's in the meeting? My hip is killing me. I can't be in a long day. I'm very tired. My hip is killing me. I can't have any good snacks. I can't eat shit. I don't know. I gotta come up with a different strategy.
No, I really hope I wasn't just in the way. That's actually not embarrassing.
There he is. 12. All right. Yeah. It just moved by itself just a second ago. Something dropped, but I don't know what dropped. It made a noise when you dropped it. So that's the sun making it. Good. Spiritual stuff going on around here. I mean, oh, this shit right there. Did she explain it to you, man? What they doing? Hey, something makes a noise right here. He was actually curious about you thought it was my boy. Interview with him.
No.
the internet back?
Oh, what I'm doing there. Hey,
You're so pretty too.
The time is now 6:08, and I'm calling this meeting of the Finance Committee back to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
If it mine. It's hard. I can't stand it. What'd you say? What did you say? What'd you say? Mark, we gonna fight, Mark. Hey, we gonna fight. We gonna fight. After this, man, we going over. We're going somewhere. Oh.
Ms. Johnson is absent. Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winter Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Hey,
Present.
don't say that to her. Don't say that to her.
We have 7 members present.
We have 7 members present. It's now time for public comment. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker, during public comment with only one speaking opportunity per speaker. Madam Clerk, who is our first public speaker?
Davina, she's talking to you. Hello? You understand where it's coming out of the house? City clerk.
All right.
What?
No.
And Madam Chair, before I call the first speaker, I just want to reiterate that we do not have internet access, so we cannot even broadcast or show you the timer, so we will have to keep the timer on our phones. First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, City Council. I'm Howard L. Mitchell. I live with 759 East Linden Avenue, by the graveyard, Graceland. Like you see, New York, these people, I'm addressing New York where I'm talking. Up in Flint, vehicles that they had a closed door situation. Don't want to be transparent to the people about that Christian fellow. They ain't tell us, trying to accuse him of stealing the pocketing the money, $25,000. He give it away like it's like the Mott people. They pay out of their own pocket. Like I was at the Main Center yesterday, me and Miss Wiggins, and the people come there exercising and all the Red Cross people, and they get paid, and they don't want, City Hall don't want to pay Miss Wiggins, but she has to pay them out of her own pocket, like the Mott people. And the mayor doing this underground stuff, getting people to vote for him, talking about, and the dude, Miss Wiggins in the office, and I had a phone call, and the dude said, who's that? She said, somebody asked me where my $2. I knew exactly that was the mayor. And then I said, put him on the phone to me. And then he got a phone call, and I wonder why she put the mayor picture in front of Mays at the Mays Center. Because he's trying to make an undercut like they did the boxer in Flint, talking about, you vote for me, I don't want to give you no property tax. What kind of the mayor, if he's doing that stuff, he could have just, like he sold that building for $1 and one that got $3 million behind Michigan National Bank. Land bank, pocketing money in Flint. That was a decent shield to do. If them threatens to shield the vote for him, or to build an entire state building right on the property. And over there, they're trying to use the official shields of, if you don't vote for me, you ain't gonna do people to that first field house, they don't get nothing. Just like, anyway, we the people here to wait for Miss Barnes' decision about she went to the upper house slave master, special master, and she want us to write a letter too, where she can get stuff done in the city, but we the people ain't going for that, because y'all keep breaking up the form. Like yesterday, we were just about to catch that turkey dude, then all of a sudden they broke up, they stopped it because another killing the next day was in Flint. That's what you call, they changed the boundaries like doing the Daryl Buchanan situation. You know, Daryl Buchanan supposed to be the ambassador, but he got it, they dragged him out by his neck, and Buchanan is the only one qualified to deal with these drive-by killings in Flint. Not too tall Jones. You see what he's doing, going over Southwestern, teaching up.
All right, that's your time.
I ain't no bell labor.
We did not have internet,
The Russians are attacking our system again. What you say like that? You know, coronavirus supposed to stay up there. What you mean for real?
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, so right now I just have it connected to my hotspot.
Okay.
The next speaker is Christina Porter.
Hello again. I am writing this with a heavy heart and a profound sense of loss. My son, my beloved child, became the most recent victim of a murder that took place at the infamous Travel Inn motel on Dorp Highway. When I say infamous, everybody knows about this one. This place has become a hub for crime, and losing him has devastated our family and shaken our community. The heartbreaking incident involving my son is not an isolated event. Over the years, this establishment has become synonymous with unlawful activities ranging from drug trafficking to violent crimes, including multiple homicides just this year alone. According to the local police reports, this motel has one of the highest crime rates and criminal incidents in this area, often acting as a magnet for illicit behavior. Families in our community live in constant fear knowing that this hotspot of crime is just around the corner. The closure of the Travel Inn motel on Dorp Highway is imperative for restoring safety and peace in our neighborhoods. Imagine a community where we are no longer have to worry about the safety of our children, where our streets can be walked without fear, and where travelers can find safe accommodations elsewhere. The solution is straightforward: shut down the Travel Inn motel. By doing this and doing so, we send a strong message that our community will not stand for such environment that breed violence and threaten our loved ones. Together, we can advocate for a safer community, one where we honor the memory of those we have lost by ensuring such tragedies do not get repeated. Last week, I brought a picture of my son. This week, I brought him with me. This is all I have left of my hope. I said, right here, 22 years old, and this is what he ended up. I have been out here courageously fighting, and my thanks, Candace and Tanya, and I can't read your name anymore. You three have stood out and stepped up. You helped me through this. But my concern is this. This is what I'm bringing to you today. I heard that 2 days ago, there was another stabbing at this hotel. Never hit the news. Oh, 2 weeks before my son died, I heard there was a girl tortured and found dead in a hotel room. Never hit the news. 2 weeks before that, they burned a girl behind the hotel. You can see where she was burned. So now it's not hitting the news? My son didn't even make the news. So where's the cover up here? Why? Where's the problem? I know it's a private property and certain steps have to be made, and I understand that you all have a job to do. But why are we not hearing about these incidents? Why is it going unsaid? 22 years old, and now this is all I have. Thank you very much.
Next speaker is Zacchaeus Williams.
I wanted to talk about just restoring our neighborhoods and Flint. I feel like to restore our neighborhoods and Flint, residents need to have a voice in rebuilding them. People who live here know what's needed. Young people know what spaces feel and safe. Parents know what resources are missing. A lot of parents aren't aware of the resources that's available. I feel like we cannot rebuild Flint without listening to Flint residents. Also, was going over the paper that was given to us when we walked in. I feel like if the Department of Public Works is not, if they don't have the right, that's a problem for the city. If they haven't had the proper people in there. I also wanted to speak on youth engagement and public safety. A lot of safety conversations only focus on what happens after harm is done, but real public safety starts before violence even happens. Safety to me is having access to healthy food, mentorship, clean parks, mental health support, jobs, sports, art, and positive spaces where young people actually feel seen and valued. A lot of the youth are growing up surrounded by trauma, poverty, abandonment, and limited opportunities. But even with that, there are still young people starting businesses, organizing events, mentoring others, making art, and trying to uplift their communities. Imagine what could happen if the city invested directly into that energy instead of waiting until young people fall into trouble. That's all I have to say. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. He stole your thunder.
The next speaker is Tracy Rudder.
Good evening, I'm Tracy Rudder, and I'm not here just as an advocate, but as someone directly affected by what is happening inside the Tennessee County Jail. That's okay. For years, families in this community have buried loved ones who entered the jail alive and never came home. My daughter Katie Crummell was one. My daughter Katie was one of them. Okay. She was along with many others that are not just statistics, they're human beings that parents and people who love them. My protest is not about politics or attention, it's about accountability, transparency, and basic human dignity. No one should die from neglect, abuse, ignored medical needs, or unsafe conditions while in custody. The jail should not be a death sentence. Every Monday I stand in front of the jail because the silence hasn't protected this community, and I'm asking for independent investigations, proper medical and mental health care for the inmates, transparency with the families, and real oversight of what's happening behind those walls. I've also started a petition calling for a major change. When someone dies in custody, the investigation should not be handled by the same system connected to jail. No agency should be allowed to investigate itself, and these cases should automatically be turned over to an independent outside agency, so families and public can trust the investigation and the fair and unbiased transparency. We should not have to lose someone personally to care about this issue. This affects everybody in the community, and the way the country treats its people and its custody, says everything about the values. I'm not here to spread hate. I'm here to demand change, accountability, and make sure no other family has to experience it. So I've got a petition. If people can, if I get people to sign it to try to change it, there's got to be something done. I know if everybody behind me, we can at least make it so that somebody else is investigating them instead of telling us what they want to.
Next speaker is Arthur Wilson.
Good evening. I want to start off by saying that when you elect or place someone in the elected seat for them to represent you or help you, you need to make sure that you research and make sure that the person knows what's going on in the city, not today, but prior to. You can't just come down the year of the election and make it seem like you are concerned. Because I'm going to give you an example, and I hope and pray that City Council asks the question to the administration. And it's not just this administration, because it was done prior to this administration coming in. It was done in 2017, where Burton asked the city of Flint, could they change the source of their water? They changed the source of their water. They are being given KWA, but they didn't change the sewer. They still owe the city of Flint sewer fees since 2017. When are we going to get that money? I'm hoping that you all ask somebody from the administration, and it's this committee, I should be able to ask them that. Do Burton owe the city of Flint sewer fees? If they do, which I know they do, wouldn't that be a nice lump sum to go towards affordability? That fund, the stability fund that you all are trying to come up with, I know it'd be more than $2 million. I mean, that's almost 10 years of sewer fees. So all you gotta do is ask. And I don't think it's something that they would answer fighting. I think they would say, you know what, we are working on it. I think that would be the proper answer I would give if I know that they owe us money and we're still working on it. So after public speaking, I hope and pray that City Council would ask someone from the administration, CFO, City Administrator, someone, do the city of Burton owe the city of Flint sewer fees since
The next speaker is Mari Copeland.
Okay. I've spent quite a bit of time speaking to my peers over the past week, and one statement that I heard that has haunted me is, I see what y'all are trying to do for the kids, but for the kids that are 13 and up, it's a lost cause. There is no saving us. We have youth that do not see a future for themselves. We have youth that are already convinced that they don't get to grow up. We have youth in our city that don't have hope. And what kind of childhood is that for a kid that doesn't have hope and doesn't have any dreams? These are youth that have nothing to lose and will crash out and cause chaos over the littlest things. Our youth are dying in the streets and in their beds while they sleep at night. Yet somehow our elected leaders can't seem to put their differences aside. There is no reason any elected official or candidate should let any personal beef towards each other or residents stop you from working together as a team to be able to come up with solutions and to help to bridge resources to the kids that need them the most. And I'm going to read a post on Facebook. Monday, I had the opportunity to sit down with some incredible youth ambassadors and hear directly from them about what they need to feel safe, supported, and seen this summer. One thing is clear, our young people don't just want to be heard, they want to be involved in the solutions. From safe spaces and positive activities to mentorship, conflict prevention and opportunity, they brought real ideas to the table. These conversations matter because the best plans are built with the community and not just for the community. I'm excited to take their feedback and incorporate it into my 4-point summer safety plan for the city of Flint. Our youth are not the problem. They are partners in the progress. Dr. Liddell Lewis. Dr. Lewis, while I am thrilled to see you listen to my idea about speaking to the youth and holding a meeting with youth ambassadors, I am extremely disappointed that you took an idea that Mari Hokley proposed in front of council months ago and ran with it. You gotta stop making pleasure a priority. You and the mayor gotta stop it, bro. The youth aren't the problem, it's those in leadership who pick and choose which youth they listen to and work with, which youth they steal ideas from, and which ones they roll their eyes at and ignore 8 fucking times.
Wow!
Next speaker is Tom Jones.
Good evening, my name is Sonia Jones. I'm the advocate for the homeless and for chronic opioid crisis in the Summers Project. First of all, I will say that I look at the internet like everybody else, whatever, and I see the mayor said that the casket, I wasn't proud of going out there, but I don't see a problem with it. And he said it was a threat. First of all, the threat was John Cole. John Cole was the threat, the one that was his best friend. If anybody forgot him, this is John Cole. I make sure 3 of the boys go to counseling that's been affected by it. My son here, he tried to work with him. He can talk to me. Some of these boys don't have nobody to talk to. One of the boys is in foster care. So that is a threat. That's a real threat. When John Cole, that he tried to protect, get out on tether, he is a threat. That was not a threat. That was a wake up. Like, the people out here hurting. And another thing, I thought Leon would be out here, and I hope he can hear me. Brian, the one homeless guy that was out there for years, he took me in for a minute from Center Home. He took him in, and he took him back to Center Home, and left him there. So now he's placed, I got a place somewhere. It started off with the color law. He's placed somewhere, but his rent can't get started. You took him in for 7 days and took him back. But if you for the people, how could you take a homeless person and not make sure he's okay? And you walk back out here, the opioid crisis. I say 150, I've been coming here. Why did you get $150 of the opioid crisis? It's out here hurting. Go out here right around. Go down here downtown. The opioid crisis is real. I'm gonna advocate for it. I'm not scared. People say you need to watch your back. God got my back. So whatever happens, y'all need to make sure y'all Because it's like Neely got the circus. I never want to run for no seat in Flint. It's horrible because these people out here are hurting. So again, 150,000 to go to the opioid crisis. What have you done? You could took that and put it somewhere else. Put it for the homeless. Everybody out here are now on drugs. Some people, it might be you take that grant money. It's wrong. Brian needed somebody. He don't have a mom or a dad out here. You took him back and didn't make sure he's okay. He can't even get his rent because you started for a minute, but you need to. You cared about the people. You would have made sure that homeless person was good and you left him right there. But again, the city of Flint, it wasn't a casket. It wasn't Jen. It was John Cole. That he made sure his people good. He don't make sure you good on the trial. But everybody, y'all keep on watching and keep watching, because that's all you can do. But keep on trusting in God. Because the bottom become the top and the top become the bottom. Wait, however it go. But you know what I'm saying? Come on, for you Christians. The top become the bottom, and the bottom become the top. That's how it goes. But make sure y'all vote. But you're not gonna answer it now, but it's real fucked up. Yeah.
Don't be emotional, baby. You got it.
The final speaker for this meeting is Beverly Biggs.
Hi, my name is Beverly Biggs. I'm running for the 3rd Ward City Council seat. Every week you hear the mayor say that he had a death threat on his life. Okay? He didn't have a death threat. When Jedediah Brown took that casket from City Hall to his house, it did not say death threat. It said, until you do right by Flint, everything you touch will crumble. That was on that casket. It did not say, Mayor Neely, I'm gonna kill you. Mayor Neely, I'm gonna threaten you. It didn't say that. Mayor is a liar. Leon is a liar. You wake up and you lie. You wake up to lie. You know, it's sad. Mayor needs to quit lying. You guys sit here and listen to him every Saturday. I had a death threat. I had a death threat. Me and my family was in danger. Negro, you were never in danger. Let's keep it real. It do not say that. You guys see that. Here go the time that was on the casket. And what killing part about it is that after the police followed him from City Hall to the mayor's house, they did nothing. Nothing went wrong. Everything went really good. They were protesting. The very next day was the election. When he found out the shine didn't come to top 2, he put out a warrant for Jedediah's arrest. Now that's a coward. That is truly a coward. You paid for the shine to get in that seat. I thank you, because nowadays she's screwing you. It don't feel good. It don't feel good if y'all don't everything by yourself. But y'all taught her how to cheat. Now let's see how she cheats you. Wow, it's a trip. It don't feel good. Y'all hee and ha. Like I say, Judy, when I brought them bras, she gave me one of them. But that's your girl now. Y'all the sorriest bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Wake up. Have a blessed day.
It is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers, only after all public speakers have spoken. An individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who would like to respond to the public?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Thank you to your parents who lost individuals for drugs, opioid crisis. homicides, murders that are unsolved. I'm sorry for that. And it's become a culture that's common now. And especially the travel lodge. We have a problem. And one of the things we're noticing is that if we don't say anything, it doesn't exist. We gotta start talking about it. We can't fix anything if we don't talk about it or know about it. That's just a fact. And so my heart goes out to you. For every parent, each parent that is fighting for a child or a relative with drug addiction. Because we're becoming like a place where you see a lot of eccentric. And I got a call this week about someone else with an issue at the travel lodge. And so it gets frequent. Mari, I want to say to you, keep fighting. You deserve to be acknowledged. Your ideals are original. And so are you in your spirit. Don't ever stop fighting for what you do in your energy. Don't stop. You are appreciated. You truly are. And you deserve to have your programs develop with adults that you trust. You deserve that. And I'm sorry that you have encountered that instead of someone helping you to build on it. And that reminds me, I met with the students at International Academy, and it's the same thing. I asked the students last week, how many of you dealt with a little person who was killed that was in your class or relative that was to you? All but 3 people raised their hand. All but 3. You have to stop the violence.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I also just want to just touch on what the young lady said as a lecturer. Unfortunately, you are incorrect. I don't steal ideas, but if someone does steal your idea, look at it as a compliment that you're leading the charge and that you're looked upon as a leader. As for me and my seat, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been meeting with students at Southwestern, been speaking to students at Northridge. All this has been happening this year. In addition to my youth ambassador speech, with my workshop with those students, it's been planned ever since last year. So I don't understand the adversarial tone here. If we're all for the progression of the youth, let me for the progression of the youth, regardless of doing what with you. No need to steal, but it's all about collaboration. But in the meantime, I want to continue to collaborate with who I collaborate with. I reach my group, you reach your group, so we can help better Flint. But attacking from the lectern, that's not leader-like. Just continue to be great in your own way. Continue to be great in your own way. And continue to lead from your lane. That's what I'm doing. And so I want to encourage you to do the same. And as we continue to fight violence in our city, I put forth the school fighting ordinance to help curb, that was only a piece of the big puzzle, to curb violence in the city. The next day, got a video of someone getting their head stomped in a school in the city of Flint. This is real. A lot of stuff that happened in the city, it transfers out into the street. And so it's not my goal to go back and forth, try to outdo anyone. It's my duty to help the residents that elected me to serve. So thank you so much for your engagement.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I do want to say to the families that have shown up for their loved ones who are no longer alive and able to show up, speak for themselves, or even have another chance to go down a different path in life. My sincere condolences go out to you, and I am sorry that you are dealing with such tragic losses in ways that we would all love to have been able to avoid. I will tell you to continue using your voice for your loved ones and continue reaching out, regardless of whatever society may think or how they may try and portray certain people when they don't understand addiction or when they don't understand when people have not come to them, they're making different life choices, that even addicts deserve justice.
Even addicts deserve justice. No one should be murdered and their murderer be allowed to walk free simply because they are not what society would deem acceptable. Addiction is not something that is easy. It's not something that's easy to overcome. So again, my sincere condolences to you. I do want to also say,
It happened. Oh, it's not my goal to go back and forth or try to outdo anyone. It's my
urge everyone as we talk about leaders and leadership and lanes, like if we can work with the youth, if we can all come together and do this thing and not be separate or siloed, I think that's what's going to be best. The goal here is a safe summer that starts a life of safety for youth in Flint.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? I'm going to take a few minutes and I'm going to give my sympathies for your loss. And I hope, I'm sure that you are already talking to the county commissioners as well, because we don't have anything to do with the county jail. So we have no oversight. So please reach out to your county commissioners and all of them with your, and they meet on Wednesdays as well. So, and I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. It is now time for the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I'm taking that back. We have our presentation on the Granicus. Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And thank you again for allowing me to have this special order on today's agenda. I have asked representatives from Granicus to come and do a presentation.
Madam Clerk, I'm gonna
We did
pause
an
you
agenda
here.
change.
We did do one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, I ordered it without objection.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, yes, I have asked representatives from Granicus to come and do a presentation to the council concerning some of the upgrades to our legislative records management systems that I have spoken about in the past. And because they can obviously explain it a lot better than I can. And also on today's agenda, you have a request for a budget amendment for the clerk and council offices. And they kind of tie into this presentation. Yes, I wanted them to come and be able to explain those upgrades to our current system that I was hoping to have you approve for the future of our operations within the city. So if you would allow me to go ahead and they can start. I do want to point out that the internet is back up right now. We are live on YouTube, and hopefully we can get the PowerPoint and everything working so that you can see it as well as online. So,
Madam Clerk, this has no time limit on it. Shall we set it at 15?
I'm sorry, I asked for it. I'm sorry I didn't put it on there, but I'd asked for a 30 minutes.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I could not remember. 30 minutes, yes,
Yep.
and I agreed to that.
Basically 20 minutes for them and
Yep.
then 10 minutes for
Yep.
council's questions.
Go ahead and set the timer.
I mean, for real, go over and check him out, see what, I like that. All right. It's like Donald Trump, he can tell us that, if Donald Trump, you talk the truth
Caro,
She asked me a question.
I understand.
She like, this, well, mom, she asked me what some people, they probably out in the county trying to get, they probably getting unfunded money, and they try to, no, let me see, they keep on acting job, and then show up in there, keep on talking. What's already in there,
Do we need to pause the time, Madam Clerk?
listen to this stuff.
Let's reset the time for 30 minutes when they get started.
Man, shout out to Art for coming through for us. That's why the mayor just said, put the live back on. It wasn't no sense. He's like, I got it up. But shout out to Art Woodson for letting us stream it while y'all got a chance to see it. But yeah, Davina is mad. Cicero said, yeah, that 90,000. I'm out.
Okay, thank you for your patience. So we're gonna go ahead and, if you guys can, if you want to go ahead and start and you can introduce yourselves. And thank you again for coming.
Good evening. My name is Walton Sitman, and I lead our local sales team. Good evening. My name is Walton Sitman, and I lead our local sales team as the director. I want to say thank you to the council and Clerk Donahue for having us out here tonight. We really appreciate the time and collaboration over the past few months. Again, we're really excited to be here this evening, and I want to take a quick give you a quick overview of who Granicus is and why where we are headed. At a high level, Granicus is a citizen engagement platform. We partner with over 6,000 government agencies across the U.S., including over 100 agencies here in the state of Michigan, including the city of Flint over the past 10 years. We help these agencies connect effectively with their communities, whether that is improving transparency and accessibility, streamlining operations, or making it easier for residents to access information. Our Operations Cloud, which Brittany is going to present, is designed to do just that. Help you communicate better, work more efficiently, and get the most out of your current resources. In a project like this, we see this show up in 3 ways: people, process, and technology. The people in this room with our counterparts in implementation and customer success, the processes with our training teams, and Granicus's first-in-class technology. We are confident we can support your mission, your city, and your residents by doing it together. I want to pass it off to Brittany, and thank you again for the opportunity.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany Greer. I'm the account executive here at Granicus that is the main point of contact for the city of Flint. Prior to presenting to you today, I've been working with Clerk Donahue for quite some time. I've come in to take the time to really hear her out, listen to what are the current processes, pain points, things in place today. And I've spent some time tuning into the public meetings here to really understand and hear directly from city council as well as the public to understand your priorities and really those desired outcomes. A few things stand out. Residents want transparency, council wants accountability, and your clerk and other staff need the tools to actually deliver on both. I will speak to certain priorities and pain points today based on our understanding of what we've heard. We hope to find alignment by the end, so we'll be happy to discuss further. This is not about software or quick fixes. It's about working to ensure that every Flint resident can see, understand, and trust what their government is doing. It's about putting the right systems in place to enable better governance, greater accountability, and more effective use of time and resources. And it's about tailoring those systems to address the needs of the city today while designing them to scale with the city as it evolves, as public expectations rise, and as staff changes. Before talking about solutions, I want to ground this in what we've heard from you and your residents. Speaking to the city's priorities, accessibility is something that has come up again and again. The city wants to do a better job of meeting residents where they are at and ensuring equitable access to information and services. This aligns with direct and repeated requests from your public. We understand you're working to respond to public demand for reliable services like sign language interpretation with a sustainable solution that accommodates those needs. Ideally, that is probably a solution that also considers required closed captioning, potential multilingual support, and multi-channel access. Along with accessibility comes transparency. We've heard your urgency around addressing a lack of visibility into decision-making, records, and spending, pointing to a need for a system that can create a public record trail and build trust. Every agenda, vote, and discussion accessible and searchable. I have a note here about operational efficiency, but this isn't just about saving time, though I think that there is value in that. It's also about making sure that actions, decisions, and follow-ups are trackable so that council and residents get answers. The right systems should do both, increase efficiency and enable accountability. Finally, I will call out compliance, security, and risk protection. There is no overstating the importance of security compliance for government. So we understand that it is a priority for the city to protect against legal, reputational, and security risks. This means ensuring systems are in place to create a defensible, consistent record that you can rely on and positioning the city to align with regulations around ADA compliance, open meeting laws, and ensuring cybersecurity. Local governments are faced with a lot of challenges. I won't read each of these, but I'm sure some of these pain points resonate. A few that I will call out is right now for Flint, critical information, meetings, decisions, agendas are not always easy for residents to access in real time. You've voiced your concerns about visibility into the decisions and a lack of single source of truth. What was approved, when, and how? And currently, the city is managing many critical processes manually across multiple systems. This slows everything down and often leaves the team responding reactively instead of proactively informing. These things create frustration on all sides. Residents feel disconnected, council feels constrained, and staff is stretched thin. A nod to a point that's been made in recent meetings: when the right systems are not in place, it is difficult to enforce governance, accountability, and ensure that proper checks and balances are there. So in the next few slides, I will touch on the core components of a platform we're proposing, and I'll get into the technology itself. But before I do want to spend a moment to share some insight around Granicus's approach to partnership today. Working exclusively with governments, we understand that technology alone is not enough. Success comes from thoughtful implementation, a holistic approach that considers your existing processes and people. What is working well? Where are there gaps? What are those priorities, those tangible outcomes that you're after? And how can we have the greatest impact without unnecessary disruption? Granicus looks to come along your city as a partner rather than a vendor that sells you a solution and then leaves you to figure out how to make it work. We will go through a comprehensive implementation process. We'll go through a comprehensive implementation process with a focus on change management and adoption. There'll be trainings for each piece of the platform, and those trainings will be tailored for specific user groups based on how certain staff or departments need to access and interact with those systems. And then all of those trainings and resources will be made on demand so you can use as new staff comes on board or those uses of the system expand. Beyond the technical support that's always in place, you will also be paired with what we call an experience partner. This will be a long-term consultative partner from Granicus that will meet with you proactively on a quarterly basis and really review results, discuss strategy, share best practices, and help ensure that you continue to optimize and maximize the value of those investments as the city evolves, as new priorities take shape. We don't want to wait until things are broken or you lose sight of those goals. We want to partner with you on an ongoing and proactive basis. We work with governments of all sizes and digital maturity, and we realize that we can be a great resource when we share those insights, talk about what other agencies are doing, how we are solving similar problems. Furthermore, I will just call out that you will receive annual service credits. They can be used for trainings, upskilling, design work, whatever comes about, because we know things always do, and that there isn't always just budget and funds available. So we try to protect against that and allow you to continue moving and being flexible and adaptable. On this slide, I did include just a few logos of other Michigan cities and the state of Michigan itself. We have a footprint within Michigan. Not every single one of these has the exact same solution that we'll present today, but if you're ever interested in references and such, we can provide. So the first part that I will speak to is the video component. Clerk Donahue is usually the one that is managing the video production, changing camera views during meetings, and that's on top of actively participating or responding. And as it stands today, residents are voicing that they cannot access meetings or that they are excluded in some way from civic participation. I know that you've discussed some quick, temporary ways to offer sign language interpretation, but with the current setup and resources, there are obstacles to doing this well and to ensure that it is sustainable. The DOJ's mandate requires the city to meet certain accessibility standards by 2027 to avoid penalties or legal exposure. And finally, it is difficult to search for specific topics and find where or when things were discussed. Even if you have the agenda, it isn't possible to quickly find where in a meeting certain topics were mentioned. So with this platform, the city could expect that should the Wi-Fi go out as it did today, the system would recognize that and still record the meeting. While it would not be possible to live stream, it would, as soon as that Wi-Fi came back on, be available on demand. Every meeting would be available live and on demand, assuming Wi-Fi is there, and it'll be fully managed, meaning that you'll have an external team that as long as you turn it on, they will control camera angles, pull up presentations. They'll do all of the post-meeting indexing, timestamping, and really ensure that there's always proper branding and a polished look. You'll have faster publishing and reliable multi-channel access, so there's no lag in public information, and be able to fully support American Sign Language services using picture-in-picture to not disrupt either view. Videos will be fully searchable by the spoken word as well as the written word, with an index agenda, full transcript, and accessible minutes. You can utilize that to show me what happened, jump to relative points in there, and really free up valuable staff time and enable the clerk to focus on other high priority work. This is how residents who can't attend or cannot hear can still fully participate in Flint's government, and how we can create reliable records that can be easily accessed so that time and effort is spent moving forward rather than digging in the past to compile information. We all know that every resident cannot attend these meetings. People have jobs that don't follow regular business hours, families to care for, and a limited amount of time to spend searching through agendas, connecting the dots across fragmented records, or listening to hours of meeting to find a specific topic that's relevant. With some modernization and the right tools, those residents can still engage, the community can stay informed, and the clerk can prioritize based on impact and outcome. I did want to point to the image here shown on the screen. This is from a city in Texas, actually, but you can see kind of an example of that picture-in-picture that is a sign language interpreter there. They do hire a remote services, so that person is not actually in the room. And again, if there was a need for references, we can definitely get you some information on what we see with other agencies. Moving on, we'll get into the legislative and meeting governance. Today, your clerk's office is manually stitching together agendas from emails, Word docs, and last-minute updates with no enforceable workflow, limited visibility, and constant pressure to respond to internal and public requests. From an operational standpoint, agenda creation and management is currently a highly manual process that is time-consuming and error-prone. Without a strong system in place to standardize and streamline, there is less accountability and a higher chance of things falling through the cracks. The clerk is left chasing departments, searching records, and lacking time for higher value work, and it's hard to track where decisions originate or to follow items from start to finish. Though I think we all agree that council should be able to follow every item end to end. So with the platform here, you will move to a structured end-to-end process where every agenda item is tracked, routed, approved, and published in one system. This platform manages the full legislative process, drafting, department assignment, approval, final action. This gives council a complete line of sight into every agenda item from submission to vote, a truly trackable history. And this would mean that Clerk Donahue can rely on a system that reduces the amount of manual effort, repetitive administrative work, and the system will automate some of those workflows, approval chains, and allow for better controls and governance to be put in place. To summarize here, you'll get out of the business of chasing documents and start running a structured process. You'll spend less time assembling agendas and more time managing the integrity of the records, specifically the clerk's office there. And the clerk is no longer fearing to be a bottleneck. She can be a true system owner and put that governance and accountability in place internally with other departments. And again, I can share some examples from some local companies using this part of the system. We'll provide this if you haven't already received the whole PowerPoint, so you can kind of go through. This is just an idea of kind of how the agenda process looks, as I'm sure you're all very familiar. And then the last kind of core piece of the platform itself is a boards and commission management solution. You've all got residents asking how to get involved and not just speak at meetings, and the goal is always to expand who participates in government, not just who shows up. So currently behind every board, commission, and committee is, again, a very manual process. It's tracking members, terms, upcoming vacancies, past applicants, eligibility, attendance, communications, and reports. Currently, there is a high reliance on institutional knowledge to keep track of all of that and act on time. This platform will centralize, streamline, and automate these things as well, creating better visibility, reporting, and communications. Ultimately, you can expect to see a single source of truth that enables greater visibility and transparency, but with the right controls, automatic tracking of terms, vacancies, appointments, activity, and automatic customizable communications and reporting. And you can expect more applicants with a streamlined process, faster filling of roles with structured appointment workflows, and better reporting and data insights. Again, saving staff time as well, not chasing emails, tracking in manual spreadsheets. The system turns reactive manual tracking processes into a proactive system that helps you fill seats faster, engage more residents, and maintain complete, accurate record of every appointment. So really just kind of want to summarize here, some of those 5 outcomes that I think I almost sound repetitive because we really tried to, connect everything back to those priorities. But residents get answers faster, council gets visibility and control, staff gets time back, city reduces risk, and trust starts to rebuild. Based on what we've discussed, we've created an implementation plan that could kick off in June and go live with the full platform before the end of this year. Video upgrades would be first to go live. The exact dates would definitely require some coordination with you all, of course. That could be as early as late summer or likely in the fall. For the agendas and legislative management component, as well as the boards and commission system, we'd be aiming to complete implementation before the end of the year with a goal of going live before those Q4 holidays. And again, we will send all of this over, but I appreciate the time that you've given us today to share this with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've heard a lot about Granicus from our clerk, and she's been really excited to get this process going. So and especially since our systems went down with our cyber attack.
Yes.
Is there anyone who has any questions or would like to have the floor? Is there anyone who'd like to have the floor? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes, through you to Madam Clerk. How do you see this working best for you and to either take things off your plate or to allow us to provide a better service?
So, as Ms. Greer mentioned, and just so you understand now, right now, the way that we receive it, it's an end-to-end system. So from the start with the agenda items, the way that we receive the items, so the way that Granicus would work is it would originate and end with the clerk and the council staff, but every department would have access to Granicus, and they would input their information into the system so that when we have resolutions and items that are being submitted, we can see what is being worked on. We can know where it is in the process. Right now, we have Adobe Sign, so we get the items, we print them, and give them numbers, and then we run them back through a PDF. Everything would be in the system, so we could go paperless. Just a lot of benefits that would be for us. But for me, the biggest one is the record keeping, obviously. Like, I know, for example, you have been patiently waiting for an update on your boards and commission members and things like that. And right now I have to search multiple sources and make sure that everything is what it's supposed to be. With our boards and commissions platform, that would allow those administrators for every board and commission to enter information into Granicus so that when somebody resigns, it's updated. When they have a vacancy, it's updated. It's just more centralized record keeping. So it would, in my opinion, pretty much a 180-degree turn from where we are now, especially since the cyber attack. We haven't been able to utilize our current system like we could in the past because we can't really upgrade the information that was in there from before. We have been working from Word docs. We also have a YouTube channel. So this would put everything into one. It would all be on our website, including the video. And as Ms. Greer also mentioned, it's searchable. So if you wanted to know, for example, when an appointment was discussed, you could search and it will go to every video, every agenda, all the minutes where that item was mentioned. Right now, it's like it's piecemeal. So it's like night and day as far as I'm concerned.
So is much of what you're talking about an additional services that will be available, or are there some services that have been available that we just haven't been utilized?
So for the most part, we do our video through YouTube. We could do it online with Granicus, but we have the YouTube channel that we've been utilizing because of the cyber attack, because of other issues in the past. We haven't really utilized everything like we could have or should have, only because of extenuating circumstances. So this puts more of like, for example, right now we have, when you get your email, approved agenda items, and it's a PDF. We really can't at this point utilize Granicus to have PDFs tied to items. So when we get a FOIA for something, we're searching it and pulling it, where this way an individual from the public could look it up themselves. They don't have to do a FOIA. They could search that item, they can see the item, they can see every vote on it. Everything would be publicly accessible. And again, this is tied to the budget amendment that I'm asking for. And the budget amendment is utilizing those dollars for election workers that we didn't use or need this year because we adopted the same budget from last year. those monies would be used to enter into a contract. The one-time expenses that we would use, again, we are using the cameras from before. I've been having issues with the cameras constantly, especially when the internet goes down, because we kept the old cameras. This would upgrade all the equipment as well. And also, as Brittany mentioned, I'm pretty much running the video and everything during the meetings. So this would put that into a third party. They would do that for me instead. It would also do the it would do a lot more than what I can do now. So, but as far as the finances go, again, it's money that's already budgeted, plus we have in our budget funds for 3 council secretaries. So I would not hire that third secretary. So the difference in what we're paying now to what this would cost annually, we won't need that third person, and it's gonna do a lot more than one individual. It's like taking the place of what a dozen people would do. So
what will be the cost of this annually?
So right now, our costs are roughly $50,000 a year.
For the service that we've been using?
Correct.
And the service we're looking to upgrade to is going to cost how much?
An additional $70,000 a year.
An additional 70,000.
Correct. But that would be the third council secretary. For their salary and benefits is roughly about the same amount. So it would not increase the council or the clerk's budgets annually in any way, because I'm just utilizing funds that we have been having every fiscal year.
So and I'll try to stop here. For this $120,000, is going to expand the capacity beyond just the council and the council office to other departments throughout the organization.
Correct.
What is their commitment to buying in and utilizing what is available, or not just their buy-in, what are they going to be required to contribute? Because if they don't do their part, there'll be a lot of services that will be unutilized, if I'm understanding this correctly.
So we will focus in the beginning on the clerk and the council's responsibility for the council meetings, as well as the boards and commissions part of it. So every department right now that drafts resolutions or anything, they would have to have someone in their staff that would be trained on Granicus and how to use it. It's right now, it's what they're doing already. It's just putting it in this system instead of doing it in their own Word docs, H drive or whatever. They would be drafting and doing everything that has to do with council work, resolutions and ordinances in the Granicus system, so that we can then track it and do it. So it might change the way that we number our documents and things like that. And then ultimately the goal would be in the future to expand to include other departments and records. And also, this is the starting point moving forward, but ultimately I would want to incorporate old records because, again, as was mentioned in the presentation, the system does transcription, it does closed caption, it does everything is searchable. So we could also have it where we enter older records, so that right now a lot of what we do and have and look for is paper, it's hard copy, and this would be able to eliminate some of that as well.
Mic on, sorry. In regards to our YouTube channel, would this be able to go to the YouTube channel? And so is that where we would be doing that?
Yes, it can go to YouTube, it can go to Facebook, it can go to cable, the PG, multi-channel,
Okay.
all without the system.
Okay, that was my big thing. And I saw that because there's been a big concern about interpreters that we can have that off-site, and they would be interpreting live as we were doing the meeting, but not necessarily in this room? Or could we have them in this room on a separate camera?
Yes, it would be completely up to you. Just many agencies we work with do remote because it can be difficult to find someone that can come
Okay.
in for everyone.
Something to think about as we go forward with this. Thank you.
And you
very
would
much.
own all the hardware as well, so that would be maintained and could be used outside of just council meetings.
It's basically releasing that hardware as part of the cost, or no, or is that part of the purchase?
Yep, that would be maintained ownership for the city.
Okay, all right, thank you. Anybody else?
And
Okay.
I just also want to let you know, I did email the PowerPoint to you a little while ago.
Yep. All right, thank you very much. We're going to close this special order out. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll go forward with our meeting. Thank you very much. Have a good day and good evening. Go to my agenda. Okay, I'll now entertain a motion for the consent agenda. Yes, ma'am. It's a motion by the councilwoman in the 7th Ward to approve the consent agenda. Is there support? I'll support that. Are there any separations? Go ahead. Okay. 260163. Okay. Okay, are there any other separations? Any other separations? Hearing none, the consent agenda will consist, and what we'll be sending to council is 260160, Seawat Construction Company, remodel the Flint Fire Station kitchens for number 6 and number 8, and a contractual agreement with the City of Flint, with Gross Construction Services for St. John's Park. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson is absent. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. Those resolutions will be sent to council. Our first separation is 260162, 3rd quarter fiscal year 26 budget amendment, the city clerk and council offices. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, motion to send 260162 to council.
It's been moved by the councilwoman in the 6th ward to send 260162 to council. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the 7th ward. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
To you, to the Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk, can you tell us what this is?
So this is the budget amendment that I'm asking for. 2 things are on this amendment. One is what I just mentioned, which is just moving those election worker wages that were adopted with last year's budget, which mirrored the previous year when we had, 4 or 5 elections. Last year we had 1, but the budget was adopted and it gave us a lot more money than we needed in that line item. So I would like to move those dollars from the election worker wages, which we do not need, to professional services to help pay for these upgrades for the legislative system that was just discussed today. The other item that's on this budget amendment, and that totals to $25,000, is the monies that council had approved for the sign language interpreter. And that's moving that from the general fund to professional services.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion in the first round? Any other discussion? Hearing none, any discussion in the second round? Hearing none, this is the vote to send 260162 to council.
Ms. Johnson is absent. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That will be sent to council. The next resolution separated is 260163, third quarter fiscal year 26 budget amendment for the law department. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
a motion to send 260163 to council.
There's a motion on the floor by the councilwoman in the 6th ward to send 260163 to council. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the 7th ward. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Through you to, I don't know, Attorney Gurley's coming back in. Are these the funds that we were, because it looks like they may be slightly off. So this one is asking for, what is it, 3 million to be moved over?
Good evening, council. That is correct. There's $3 million request to pay for certain judgments that have come through since December.
These are not the judgments we just talked about.
The first judgment is the Cameron case where the verdict was rendered at the middle of December for $1.6 million.
Is that the bicyclist?
Yes. And then,
Okay. And then the other one is?
the Bowman case was an Eastern District of Michigan case. The verdict was for $325,000. The request was for over a multi-million-dollar request by the plaintiff, and then there are also attorney's fees that go along with that in excess of $700,000.
What was the Bowman case?
That was an excessive force case.
From the police department?
Yes.
What year?
I'll have to get that for you, but it was in, I believe, 2023, 2024.
2023, 24 is when it happened?
Yes,
Now,
I'll
so-
get the exact date for you.
Did we go in executive session? Oh, was this one a judge's order?
Judges.
So this one is a judge's order, and then you said 600,000?
So there were two parts to the second case, the Bowman case. The jury verdict was $325,000.
I'm sorry, it is hard to hear you.
Okay, is that better?
Okay.
Okay, so for the Bowman case, the jury verdict was $325,000, but because it's a civil rights claim, there are attorney's fees that can be also garnered for that case. So those were still in dispute, but they are asking for $700,000.
So 700,000 for attorney fees? How long did that case go on?
That was a 5-day trial in the city of Detroit.
Okay. And what was the other one was the cyclist?
Correct.
And that one is where the individual was leaving, going home. He was on the
Right.
bicycle.
That one
That was
was
in the news.
approximately 1.6 million.
1.6. And is the 700,000 a part of,
The Bowman case,
okay,
Mhm.
and so you're asking, okay, so you did like a roundup?
correct?
Okay, I'm doing
Um,
math over here.
Right, but in addition, we do have our 5 unions that are currently in negotiations to ratify their collective bargaining agreements. And so that has garnered even additional legal fees in trying to get all those collective bargaining agreements settled.
So do we know how much, so what are all the fees as separated? I think
Okay.
we just have them as a,
Sure. So for the 3 million, it would be comprised of 1.6 million for the Cameron case. And then there is the 325,000 for the Bowman case with the 700,000 in additional attorney's fees. And then the remainder goes for the settling of the union contracts for outside legal fees.
okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anyone else in the first round? Anyone else in the first round? Anyone in the second round? Anyone in the second round? Hearing none, this is the vote to send 260163 to council.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Machette? Yes. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
You have 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That resolution will be sent to council. Our
Thank you,
last-
council.
Pardon? Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Our next resolution is 260164, third quarter fiscal year 26 budget amendment for finance. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Motion to send 260164 to council.
Motion by the councilwoman in the 6th ward to send 260164 to council. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the 7th ward. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
you to Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, so this is a grant. Can you tell me how much this is for our retirees?
I didn't hear your question. I couldn't hear your question.
I'm sorry, what is the grant for?
The grant is to reduce our pension liability,
For our pension liability?
correct?
What percentage are we at now? I know when we started out before we got the 170 million, I think we were 26%.
That's correct.
What are we funded at now today?
I don't have the numbers for this last December, but I'm estimating slightly over 70%.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
I'm estimating that the number's slightly over 70%. I'll know that in probably in a month. I'll know the exact number.
So in a month, you will know exactly how much, but you have to have a figure today.
But we
Yeah,
haven't
what-
received our actuarial report yet.
Okay, what were we at the last report?
The last report was at about 67%.
Okay, so, and then we'll get the new report in about a month.
Right.
So we're about 67.
No, we're hoping to be over 70 is what we're shooting for.
Okay. Madam Chair.
Yes.
Ladies,
I was just going to
I
actually.
really need to hear the pension.
Can I
please.
ask the people in the back, in the videography area, to please keep it down so that we can hear? Thank you. Go ahead.
I really need to. So we're at 67.
Right.
Today, we're at 67%. The new report comes out when?
It normally comes out at the end of June sometime, last week or two of June.
End of June. Okay, so we got 170 million, and then we were supposed to get another 50 million. We did not get it, right?
What we received, the same year that we got the 170,
We're supposed to get 220 that year.
we were supposed to, we didn't get that. What we received is a total of 172 million the first year. The next year, we received another $10 million.
Another what?
$10 million.
Okay. And then, can you list the payments going down?
And then this year, we're received the $27 million.
27 million?
Correct.
Is there any way we can get that 50 million back?
Well,
I'm quite
think
sure our retirees would love to have that 50 million back.
you're absolutely correct. We very much want that. We just need to keep working with our legislative team in Lansing because they've been very supportive and they've made a huge difference in what our pension costs are each year.
So that's with our the lobbyist group that we use.
The lobbyists, as well as our state senator and state representative, everybody, the whole team, even the governor's office.
How did we lose the 50 million?
Pardon?
How did we lose the 50 million?
That was part of the legislative process, and that happened just before I started working for the city of Flint, so I don't really know the details.
That was a huge loss.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to have that 220 million infused into it. Because at that point, before we had it, we were at 26% funded.
The good news for that is that one of our goals was to get so that we only had to pay 20 million a year for pension costs, and we're at that point now for the next probably 5 to 10 years, so we're in good shape.
So how much are we, because at that point, we were supposed to be 40 million a year, right?
Actually, the last actual
before
report.
we had any of the infused
Right,
money.
before we received the grant, the forecast is that we're going to be about 51 million a year.
Okay, what are we at now?
We're at 20 million.
So we're at 20 million, for how many years? Or that's our payment?
That's our payment that we make right now. And probably as far as they forecast right now, it's staying at 20 million.
When is that next payment due?
We pay on a monthly basis.
And how much we pay a month?
Well, 20 million divided by 12.
Okay, I can do that. I was doing math up here before. I can do
Yeah.
that. I have a calculator. That's my time. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Through you to Mr. Moore. Good evening, Mr. Moore. There was concerned resident who spoke during public speaking, and they raised a concern and a question that I want to field to you or have you field. May require a little bit of research or understanding on your part, but it revolved around our relationship with providing service to the city of Burton.
Okay.
And back in 2017, it was that we were providing.
Mr. Jarrett, I'm asking you to stay relevant to this question right now.
It's related to finance and how we might be able to remedy some cost associated with.
We're talking about this budget amendment. Please stay. And I understand that, and I do want to discuss that, and we will bring that up. But
Can you share when that will be allowed?
Pardon?
When will that be allowed?
Yeah.
Is it the council's will to hear this? I will go ahead, allow it. Go ahead and change his time back to, put his time back to 4 minutes. And go ahead, Mr. Jarrett. I was just trying to keep it moving, but go ahead.
Thank you. The question, and I'll make sure I'll wrap up in my 4 minutes. The question that I have is, there was one portion of the relationship that was taken from the city and water is provided someplace else. Another portion of service, the sewage that we were, from our understanding, yet providing that service. Can you please research where we are in collecting from the city of Burton dating back to 2017 and what was received and what still may be outstanding that can help our revenue position here in the city of Flint?
That's a good question, and I'll look into that, because in fact, I've already started, I talked to Mr. Woodson, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And I'm looking into that. I don't have an answer yet, but I am looking into that.
Thank you kindly for indulging me, Mr. Moore. I yield.
Is there anyone else in the first round? Anyone else in the first round? Anyone in the second?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Mr. Moore, what is the name of the company that we use now? Because I know we switched a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago.
For which?
For the lobbyist company.
Oh, geez. I never deal with them, so I don't.
You don't deal with them?
Not directly, no.
Who handles that?
That would probably be Phil Phelps that handles that.
Request for information.
What's your request?
To the speaker, did you know I asked Mr. Edwards a couple of months ago, so he may have that information for you.
Oh, thank you. Did you get an answer?
No.
Thank you. Go ahead.
We don't. Hold on, Miss. To you, Madam Chair, to Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Edwards?
Mr. Edwards, could I get that? We would like to know the name of the lobbying company that we are currently using that is working for the city. I know we changed companies, but if you could please give us the name.
I don't know it off the top of my head, so I'd have to get that for you.
Mr. Edwards, you
No,
worked
I
in
don't.
Lansing. Come on now. Because
It's not one of the firm. It's not one of the regular firms.
it doesn't have to be a regular.
No,
firm, it
I'm
just has to-
saying that you mentioned that I worked in Lansing, and I'm saying that, yes, I know all those firms, but this is not one of those firms.
I know better than that because I know you. Ariel, please. Thank you, because this is people's pension. I know that you know that. I know you do. And I know that the name, we dropped a company, but here's the thing. If we were allowed to see the check registry, I could read it for myself. But you want me to make an appointment? I'm not doing that. I don't have time to sit down there all day to go through a check registry. I would know it for myself. Councilmember Lewis would know it for herself and every other member. How is it whenever we ask, Lord have mercy, you don't know? I mean, I could call somebody and find out, but it should be on the record from you, the city administrator. How do you not know?
I'm exposed to 100,000 facts
You know
every
the
day,
lobbyist firm,
but
I know that.
I don't always know every single fact.
Which one do we lose
I
the
will
50
figure it
million
out,
to?
or I will find it out and get
Okay,
it to you, but I'm not exposed. I don't have everything committed to memory every day.
Yeah, what was the firm that we lost, that we messed up with the 50 million? The lobby firm that said, oh, we're not giving it to, what was that firm? It's not the same firm.
There's no lobbying firm that we were giving 50 million to.
Well, who lobbied to get it for us?
That was before I worked for the city. I
I
have no
know,
idea.
because I got a call that said the city messed that up.
I have no idea.
I got a call from another lobbying firm. And so I would like to know which firm we are using so that we can keep track, because these are retirees.
Request for information.
What's your request?
So Councilwoman Byrne, just going through some of my notes. Do you think that it may be GCSI?
No.
I will check. Thank you, Councilmember Lewis. I'm gonna check.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Any other discussion in the second round? I do want to say that I know from the fact that from the people I know and spoke to about this on It was a legislative decision and negotiations during the budget discussion for this. It was not something that we did. This is what I was told by two state reps. I'm giving that information. Thank you. This is the vote to send 260164 to council.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Mashat, Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
That's the end of this.
Mr. Alamin is absent, Dr. Lewis,
Yes.
And the
Ms. Priestley.
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That will be sent to council. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by the councilwoman in the 7th ward, supported by myself, councilwoman in the 4th ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Mashat. Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
Dr. Lewis,
Yes.
Ms. Priestley,
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter.
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. We are adjourned at 7:43.
Okay.
We're not done. We got 2 more. We got legislative and government ops.
Do anybody know who GCSI is? Did I say it right? CG. I did that all the way wrong. Do anybody know who this is? Y'all know I'm sitting up here watching this with y'all. Do anybody know who this is? Boy, is Liddell about to blow that 30. Yeah, Clyde, no. Clyde be up there. Clyde know who it is. He ball. He better get Liddell at 30.
She didn't hand it up to.
Allegedly. Let me say that allegedly.
And then she's your mother.
Yeah, do you know who it is? Can the firm, can y'all find out who GCSI is?
You out? I think we all feeling that. I really and truly do. Well, have fun and rescue your sister. You should probably have alcohol for in the car. Just be like this. But we're not gonna talk. Just don't talk. That's what I'm saying. That's a proper airport.
Yeah.
How could the mayor, how could this team blow 50? But you know what? They messed up that on trying to get that first money from for the house, for the Mary Center. Remember how they felt that out wrong? So I can believe them blowing 50 million up under this leadership.
Madam Clerk, I believe everyone that wanted to fill out a slip has filled out a slip. So we'll go ahead and get this legislative committee meeting started. The time is 7:46 p.m. The time is 7:46 p.m. Thank you, Jerry. Wednesday, May 20th. I hereby call this legislative committee meeting to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Yes, present. Excuse me.
Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes, here, present.
Ms. Mashat? Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 5 members present.
We have 5 members present. It is now time for the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-10, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meeting. Are there any requests for agenda changes and/or additions? Seeing as how there are no requests for agenda changes and/or additions, it is now time for public comment. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only 1 speaking opportunity per speaker. First public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The first speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
My name is R.L. Mitchell. Speaking on the situation for the record about these cameras in here and IA, the new kind of stuff going on about them, always talking about cyber attack. Every time we have a cyber attack, Mr. Moore always find a way to lose $50 million. And everybody, and we the Flint people act like we don't know where the money going. And came us, nobody knows where it's going but Miss Burns. She tried to check him, and the new lawyer over there, he tried to get it looking like Spider-Man with the gut. But, and another thing, last night I had a spiritual awakening about Flint. It was so hot in the house, I had to let the windows up, 3:30 in the morning, and then I decided to put the radio on, and then the priest came on, the radio, the nun. She went to the priest and told him she seen God in person in her room, and he told the priest. And he said, next time you see him, ask him what he say about him. And then she came back and told him, she said, your sins are thrown in the sea for forgetfulness. That's what the people's over that Roman Catholic Church over on, that woman just left out of here, her ward, 5th Ward, the Roman Catholic welfare peoples, because they had rumors that they trying to quit, to stop the women's center, to put the peoples back in the streets, but they don't know how to do it because every time they try to close, they go over there and burn themselves up by accident, and they got it on film, but the dude lived next door to the people's, they wanted to stay in there while the thing was burning, and they got Channel 12 refused. The dude got it all on film. He showed me, the white boy, redhead, beard, and Channel 12 said, hey, we got all we need. And he showed, but we know that the mayor is in charge of Channel 12. He paid them Channel 12 not to, like this woman right here asked me what's going on, Mitchell. I said, there ain't nothing but fake news people up here. They break the cameras and put it, and get the Vina Donahue to go along with it, the city clerk, $1 million a year, the fool with the toy cameras up there, all that junk. And the woman on the east, as a matter of fact, I cut the thing off, and then I heard about 8 gunshots. It was coming from the east side over there on Dry Highway. They got the city was so eerie last night, and she just said somebody got stabbed over there again, and nobody's saying nothing about it. That's because the mayor ain't nothing but a Dracula. He know how to, and Channel 12 come in here and see, and he probably got that little boy, but he just like a Christian. He's the only one to say he probably get fired tonight for dealing with her.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Stay tuned, America, Detroit, New York, Mitchell.
RL, you are done. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Christina Porter.
Okay. Hello, guys, again. I know I usually get up here and talk about the hotel, but I do have another problem I'm dealing with, and it seems to be a topic of discussion tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. My heart is heavy with grief, and the weight I carry is all-consuming. I'm writing this because I seek justice for my son, whose voice has been silenced forever. The pain of losing a child is unimaginable, and to be denied the opportunity to express this is the gravity of my loss and only deepens the wound. I have been denied the opportunity time and time again to talk to the city mayor. I have been requested to receive a certain number of signatures to where his time would be, I guess his time would be worth what I'm trying to say. I wrote this last night, I'm sorry. His would be worth his time speaking to me. To effect change and to ask for justice and ensure that no other family endures the same tragedy, I need the support. I need which I know that I feel I have the city council support, but I also need the mayor's support. Why am I not worth his time? Why do I need to get a certain amount of signatures to talk to the mayor? Why do I need to go through 4 or 5 different people, Dale this, somebody this, somebody this, somebody this, to speak to the mayor that foolishly I elected? I will not be electing him again, because apparently I am not worth his time. I can't get 10 minutes. I got an hour of your time. I got an hour of your time. I got other people's time. I can't get 5 minutes of the mayor's time to talk about the death of my son. It's just, I'm sorry, I kind of went off script here, sorry. But this is the problem here. And this man feels bullied. He feels bullied. I lost my child, and I can't get you to sit with me for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, do you have that much to do? According to what I've been hearing around here, you don't. I am not asking for much. I am not asking for, you two women have my utmost respect. The time and the courtesy and the sympathies that you have given me, I will never be able to pay. Thank you so much for helping me through this. But why can't the mayor speak to me? 1,000 signatures to speak to you? That's what I was told. And I got those signatures. I got those signatures last week. Why won't he answer the phone? I'm told, oh, Mr. Dale, this will set up an appointment. This one will call you and set up an appointment. This one. Really? Forget it. I don't want to speak to you. But when it comes to election time, don't look for my vote. It's for the mayor, not you guys, the mayor.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Okay, Zacchaeus Williams, I believe is not in. Tracy Rudder, I believe is not in. Arthur Woodson.
Judy, please, would you stop doing that? I mean, it was Finance Committee. And the question that Councilman Jared asked was still dealing with the budget. And the finance CEO, director, whatever his label is, he could have answered it. The issue here is $28 for sewer times 12 since 2017. They have been coming up with the drinking revolving loan. That's $20 million that they asking the residents to pay back. Then pay rate, GLEWA raised the rates, water rates, that can pay for some of that. You all put a committee together and looking for funds, trying to take ARPA money that could be used to put roofs on houses, paint houses, do something different. When a resident here in the city limits of Flint doesn't pay their water bill, y'all quick to shut them off. But nothing or anything against Burton, but you owe money. It's just like when Highland Park owed GLEWA. They sued them and got their money. We are owed money from Burton, and no one seems to be interested in getting that money because it's not the first time that I enact. I started asking when they asked to switch over, and everybody saw when they had switched over because they had brand new PVC pipes lined up down Saginaw Street. They had their whole system changed during the water crisis, except for Flint. General Motors even changed theirs over, except for Flint. So I don't think that this is something that should be put at the back of the burner because it's money that is needed. Flint, the city of Flint, water company or water department needs this money. And I think, and it's nothing, it's not a I got you moment. It's not anything like that. It's not to embarrass anyone, but it's to get the money that is owed to the city of Flint. Thank you.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
I think Murray Copany is not in. Tanya Jones is not in. Beverly Biggs Levy.
Back again, Beverly Biggs Levy for 3rd Ward City Council seat. Y'all lying mayor told this woman she need 1,000 signatures in order to talk to him. That's ridiculous. 1,000 signatures, he's not that important. He went to the funeral today. They say he stayed in line more to get a ribbon than he stayed in line in the church. He didn't go to the casket. He didn't say anything. You guys, it's sad that the baby is gone, but our mayor, our legal, they're no good. They're corrupt. The corruption is so bad here in Flint, it's pitiful. And like I said, Jedediah Brown came here as a peaceful protest with the casket. He left City Hall with the police following him down through Hurley Hospital over to where the mayor lived at. There was no corruption. The police was laughing along with them guys. And they keep saying, until you do right by Flint, everything you touch will crumble. That don't sound like a threat. He ain't did nothing for the city. 8 years, and he want to get another 4 years? If we give that mayor another 4 years, we'll be a fool. Just put sucker on our forehead, because that's what he look at us as, suckers. He haven't given us anything. He haven't did anything for us. He gave some out for Christmas, talking about $100 box, and not a piece of meat was in the box. Now, how you gonna do somebody something for Christmas and don't give them nothing? I like them animals. I like hamburger meat, chicken, fish. He gave them all canned goods. So that's what he thought about you. You were a canned good. We need to wake up and get right. Judy, you look like you sleep, but you need to go tell your mayor, step down. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next speaker is Rich Jones.
How y'all doing today? I just want to say that this last week, I've been seeing something that I've been wanting to see in a long time, and it's a lot of people coming together for the same cause. And I want to say that I had some negative things on my mind that I'm gonna push to the side because of 3 council people, Liddell Lewis, LaShawn, and Tanya Burns. I really appreciate what y'all done for the Howe family, and it's seen and it's appreciated no matter what negativity may have come or whatever. I appreciate y'all, and there's a lot of people in the community and the family appreciate what y'all done. So I just want to try to stay positive as a sad moment in our city. It was nice seeing it. It was a couple of people that I seen holding conversations together that I thought would never even talk to each other. So that was nice, and let's continue to fight for what we believe in, but that's to continue to make things happen that we agree on. Thank you.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Madam Chair, that was the last speaker.
All right, thank you. Seeing as how that was the last public speaker, it is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers only after all public speakers have spoken, and individual council members' response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who would like to speak during council response? Seeing as how there are no council members who would like to speak during council response.
President? Yeah, I was trying to get your attention.
Usually people use microphones to do so. Go ahead.
So thank you so much, Mr. Jones. For your kind words, but also for what you do with the community. So I want to just acknowledge the fact that you have a developmental training at the Flint Development Center every Sunday, correct? That's still right? All right, starting at 2 o'clock. So what you've been doing I don't know how long you've been doing it, but I know this is like, you're doing it again. And so it's going from like 2 to 4. You can bring your young person up there to get developmentally trained for free right there on the north side. So thank you, because those small gestures is a whole piece of the pie of curbing violence and doing something positive for our youth. So thank you so much for all that you do as well. Okay. And also, I would like to encourage the community to come on out to the Silence the Violence March. The Silence the Violence March. It will start at the MAC Center, and that's on the east side, right over there on Franklin, like on the corner of Davidson Road and Franklin. We're going to gather, and then we're also going to march to have a small ceremony. Last year, we were privileged to have a lot of out-of-town guests. We even had the deputy mayor of Detroit come and join us. So please come on out. A lot of people, they want to know, what can they do? Well, one thing that you can do is come on out. It's bigger than just marching. You are connecting with people that are stepping away from the keyboard and that's really putting a foot on the ground to make change. So you never know the connections that you may meet at these rallies. You can meet and connect with someone that could do some great things in the city of Flint. So come on out, the Silence the Violence March taking place this Saturday at 1 o'clock, starting at the MAC Center right there on the corner of Franklin and Davidson Road. Thank you so much, Madam President.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Seeing as how there's no one else who wishes to speak during council response, it is now time for the consent agenda. What is the pleasure of the body? Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
Make a motion to send the consent agenda to council.
There's a motion to send the consent agenda to council. Is there support? Support. Supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Are there separations? There's literally only one.
Madam Chair.
All right, yes.
I am asking council to separate the ordinance. I have some information.
I don't know what you said.
I'm asking council to separate that ordinance as I have information. And the consent agenda, if you vote on that, there's no discussion.
All right, we'll go ahead and separate that. I don't know.
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Priestley.
I make a motion to send 260135 to council.
There's a motion to send ordinance 260135 to council. Is there support? Moved and properly supported by the councilman in the 9th Ward.
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Priestley.
through you to the city clerk, I'd like to hear what she.
Thank you,
has the
Madam
information.
Clerk.
Okay, if you recall, this ordinance was postponed back to this agenda because there were questions, particularly Mr. Pfeiffer had questions, and there was concern about whether or not it had to go back to the Planning Commission. So it's my understanding, and Mr. Pfeiffer was in touch with me today, saying he would not be at the meeting, but that he's been working with the planning consultant on new language, and that new item will be presented to the Planning Commission at one of their future meetings. Also, Mr. Menifee concurred that information. So Mr. Pfeiffer has asked that you postpone this back to legislative and until they can bring forward a new ordinance if necessary.
Madam Clerk, since this is my time, did he want it to stay in legislative or to postpone it indefinitely for it to come back at a later time?
We'll just leave it
It sounds like he
here.
wants to postpone it
We'll
indefinitely.
just leave it here.
He wants to postpone it.
We will just leave it here.
Okay, make a motion to leave 260135 in committee, in
There,
legislative.
there is a motion to leave 260135 in legislative. Is there support?
Yes, support.
Support by Councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no. Ordinance 260135 stays in legislative. What is the pleasure of the body?
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn by the councilwoman in the 4th Ward. Is there support?
Support.
Supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
Vote is 5 yes, 0 no. The time is 8:10 p.m. on Wednesday, May 20th. I hereby adjourn this legislative committee meeting. Moving on to our final meeting of the evening, governmental operations. The time is now 8:10 p.m. on Wednesday, May 20th. I hereby call governmental operations committee meeting to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett? You have 5 members present.
We have 5 members present. It is now time for the reading of the disorderly persons city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-10, disorderly conduct, assault, and battery and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. Are there any requests for changes and/or additions? Seems how there are no requests for agenda changes and/or additions, it is now time for public comment. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only one speaking opportunity per speaker. First public speaker, Madam Clerk.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, Council. You know I'm R.L. Mitchell. For the record, we the people like how Councilman Pfeiffer do business from his couch, telling them people's on the bridge, them Indians. That's why they stopped the project of Pfeiffer and sitting in the seat. This government, and just like the Maid Center. Me and Miss Wiggins be down there watching the movie every day this week and every now and then her husband walk in with his fully dressed, the chief of fire department, and he walked around looking, inspecting, and he had to fit in with them gamblers and stuff. He had to take his hat off and sit down, but he really wanted to see whether he wanted to spend some time with his wife. Just like the mayor and his wife taking care of the government. She's supposed to be up in Lansing, but she up in most time in Flint, looking at her husband to keep somebody from threatening them. In her house and stuff and all that stuff, but that's government operation. But you still got to we the peoples right and stop going in the back room, just don't want the people to know what's going on, what y'all what Christian is doing to you. Y'all accusing Christian for messing with the money. Seem like he gonna sue we the people, sue the city hall for doing them like that, you and Ed Teller. If he really taking care of business. Like that boy, the DDA in Canada. He don't make meetings because he can come over here, but he have a fit getting back inside, only 20-something years old. And Mr. Moore got to train all them kids, and he tried to ask Mr. Moore what a 50 million he got out of it just about. That was done just when he was coming. He got out of that just like Christian did, always on the edge. And the beat still go on. Take it to the bridge, like the councilman telling them Indians, don't build another further till I get back on this council seat. Bill Ford and all that junk. So stay tuned, New York, and we still gonna see how we run this city till we get our money. Where them lawyers got more money than we the people that got poison. And you see how that lawyer, he's Spider-Man still over there though. Good evening. R.L. Mitchell approved this message.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Okay, I'm only gonna call the name people that are still here. Christina Porter.
All right, well, y'all caught me off surprise. I didn't know there was 3 tonight, so I don't have a script for this one, but I'm gonna go by the seat of my pants. As advice of Candace, I did go to the community behind the hotel the other day to try to collect signatures. She told me it was an elderly committee, so I went about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I didn't get a lot of response. I don't think anybody was home, but her gracious self offered to go with me this Friday and help me get those. While I was there, though, I had an idea, which if I have an idea and you don't know me that well, just run. But anyway, me and my friend Tracy, who was here earlier, about her daughter, we went to the businesses around the Travel Inn, just because I was curious to see how that Travel Inn not only affects families, but affects the commerce around it. I walked into the door of that mechanic shop. I got half my speech out about my son was killed at the hotel next door. I'm trying to get it shut down. The owner came up and said, "You're trying to shut down the Travel Inn?" I said, "Yes, sir." He grabbed my petition board, came back 15 minutes later. I had 52 signatures.
Oh, wow.
What the complaints are, the message I was asked to pass on to the city council is that it has cost him last year alone $80,000 in repairs to his business. for them cutting the fences, for them cutting the Cadillac converters, for them breaking the windows, from stealing his tools, everything from his jacks to his wrenches. So not only is it affecting families, but now you're affecting the commerce, the small businessman, the one that's not selling drugs, the one that's not killing people, the one that's not burning bodies, the one that's not having prostitution. Those are the business we want in the community. Those are the ones that we want to bring. Those are family-owned, run businesses. These are mom and pop businesses. These are what started our communities. They shouldn't be run out by that property. I went to the property on the other side, the car dealership. He told me $120,000 last year in damages to his inventory. You know how much you can get for a Cadillac converter?
Mm-hmm.
So he not only has to fix those cars, he has to purchase the cars, he has to fix the cars, and then he has to pay to fix them again. So if you're not going to do it for the children in the community, do it for the small mom and pop businesses that are trying to survive day to day. He said he has been there for 45 years and hasn't had any problems until that hotel went in. So you tell me, guys. I'm just bringing you what I'm learning out there because I know you guys aren't out there and you don't get the chance to get out there. This is what I'm hearing from the community around there. So please do something with it and help him stay in business, have the other one go away. Thank you.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The final speaker for this meeting is Beverly Biggs Levy, and she does not wish to speak.
All right, thank you. Seeing as how that is the end of public speaking, it is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers. Only after all public speakers have spoken, an individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who wishes to speak during council response?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman Burns.
Thank you. I am really trying to wrap my head around you having to get signatures to meet with the mayor. And I've never heard of such a thing. The mayor is supposed to have, as he stated, he has an open door policy. What you have is a deceased child. It doesn't make sense. Even if to listen, your concerns are valid. Not only did your child lose his life, we know that that place is a nuisance. Not only that, we know that it affects the businesses next to it and around it. But to collect 1,000 signatures, was that the staff that told you that? Or was it the mayor that said, hey, for me to sit down with you, you're gonna have to come up with 1,000 signatures? I'd like to hear that. Because it is this job, we're elected by the people, and it's public service. And that's what we're supposed to do. It's many times, I answer my phone and I may be busy, or people didn't even know I was sick. But you do it because it's public service. And my colleagues are the same way. 1,000 signatures to be able to have a meeting, then you're worthy after 1,000 signatures? That's insanity. That's insanity, and it shows that he's completely out of touch. You are not above the people. And it's a simple meet. You are a mom mourning her son. Your son matters. Your son's important. And you're here showing up week after week, meeting after meeting, because that's your child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that shouldn't happen to you. Shouldn't happen to anybody. Not ever.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Seeing as how there's no one else who wishes to speak during council response, it is now time for the consent agenda. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
Motion to send to council.
There's a motion to send the consent agenda to council. Is there support? I will support it. Are there separations? Oh, there's only one. All right, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no. That has been sent to council. Moving on to our special order discussion items, 260129, which is a special order building and safety inspection, a 30-minute special order. Huh? Okay, yep, a special order as requested by 5th Ward Council members Winfrey Carter, 6th Ward Council members Burns, concerning the city's processes and policies regarding property inspections, rental inspections, and complaints. Madam Clerk, at this time, we will remove this item per Councilwoman Burns. Moving on to special order DPW Director position, a special order as requested by 2nd Ward Council member Lewis concerning the DPW Director position. Dr. Lewis, you have the floor.
So we would need the city administrator here for this, because I remember them saying that that there's no one applying and no people that are qualified for the DPW director job. And so I just want an update as far as that goes, because I know some qualified people reached out and said that they applied and that they haven't heard anything back. But I heard that from a lot of people in the community stating that when they apply for jobs with the city, they don't tell them yes, no, anything. They just leave them hanging, and then the job posts disappear. So just want to make sure that we know where we're standing in terms of our DPW director, and also to see maybe if we can have a conversation with Mr. Smith about HR being a little more accountable. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lewis. I will agree with you on the fact that people have stated often that it is difficult to hear back from the city, or they do not hear back from the city when they apply for positions. Councilwoman Burns, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're fine, Madam Chair. If Councilwoman Lewis should have Mr., the HR Director, Eddie Smith, come to council at maybe special affairs, I don't know how much time he needs, so that we can, because that is a problem. People just don't hear back. And not having the DPW field and our streets look like they're Baghdad is a problem, and other issues that go on with the city. So I'm in complete agreement as we sit up and watch. They're not potholes, they're like swimming holes. And I'm watching potholes swallow barrels. Yep. So I think we need to have a special order through you, Madam Chair. I don't know if on special affairs for Vice President Jarrett, if he would allow for that to be on a discussion for maybe 15 minutes, we'll start. Well, maybe 20, because Councilwoman Lewis has questions and Councilwoman Mashat does too. Tuesday.
Madam Clerk, we're going to add a 30-minute discussion.
30-minute discussion, and you want?
We're going to invite, so it's two parts. So we're going to have Mr. Edwards come and discuss the DPW, and then we're also going to have Mr. Smith come and discuss hiring practices.
Okay.
We good?
Motion to adjourn.
There is a motion to adjourn by the councilwoman in the 4th Ward. Is there support?
Support.
Supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
That's our duty we
Dr.
want to
Lewis?
do.
Yes.
Ms. Johnson is absent. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is absent. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alameen is absent. The vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no, 8:26 p.m. on Wednesday, May 20th. I hereby adjourn this Governmental Operations Committee meeting.